buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. We going straight to the moon.
Yo, what's good with it, Pack family? This your boy, Mr. Check My Resume. About to give you my tickers for the 0 day for September the 30th. It's the last day of the trading month, the last day of the quarter. Y'all already know what it is. We're about to get into another sector rotation. So let's finish the month and finish the quarter strong. So let's get right into it. The first ticker I got here on my screen, and that is Occidental. So a couple things we're looking at here. And before I actually get into the play, I want to talk about a couple things. First off, we've been playing to the downside on the majority of the time over this last week. We did see upward movement within the market towards the afternoon. It looks to me as though energy does seem to be the strongest sector, looking to push maybe to the upside tomorrow. And so we'll talk about that a little more as we get into these tickers. So again, the first one on my list here is Occidental. Couple things I'm looking at. First off here, we've got the inside 4-hour candle. We're setting up for a 212 to the upside above $62.38. We'll also get continuation on the day at 63.12. We are looking to potentially get this thing up to the $65 range, potentially here on Occidental. We'll see what type of shorter moves we can make potentially there. We also see a level here on the volume shelf about $64 even. So you got a few targets here on Oxy. Moving on, let's keep stay in the energy sector here. One of my favorites for tomorrow actually probably is my favorite for tomorrow, and that is Devon Energy. We're setting up here. We got some strong buying here on the day. The last couple of days, we had a reversal off a few of these major broad formations here on the macros. We've got years, quarterlies, monthlies, and weeklies all clustered together here, and price came in contact with these broadening formations, and price started to reverse up from there. So we're looking at a Chicago setting up here on the 4-hour, give us a 312 above $61.12, and we'll get continuation on the day at 61.45. I really like the way DVN sets up for tomorrow. Keep it in the energy sector here. Another one I'm looking at is MRO, Marathon Petroleum. So MRO, similar setup here, looking at a Chicago 312 to the upside above $22.87. Again, we're looking for continuation on the day above $22.90. Very straight to the point on these setups here. So let's keep it going. See, next one in energy, got last one in energy here I want to talk about, and that is Valero. Another one here, Valero. Damn it. This thing is super sensitive. All right. So Valero, we are setting up here. We got a couple different entry points. We got an inside day and an inside 4-hour setup here. Similar to the sector, this one here, is showing enough strength to where we could get potentially push up tomorrow. We're looking at a 4-hour entry here to the upside above 107.56. And then also, if you're looking at the day, we also have an inside setup here on the day, which will give us an entry back to the upside above 108.27. We had a very, very strong day on, I guess that would have been Wednesday. So to me, today's day was more of a TTL kind of day. And so we look for continued movement to the upside tomorrow. So we see levels here pushing up close to 110. So that'll be, some of the major area that we're looking at. But I do see that we're approaching a volume shelf. So if we were to get above this 108.60 level, somewhere in there, then yeah, we could definitely take off. But right now, we got to get entry, get above the high of the day from the day, and then we can talk. So that's Valero. Energy sector is very strong, looking like it will give us that push up tomorrow. So I want to jump over into healthcare really quick. Saw a couple tickers that I thought maybe could give us a little bit of move to the upside. This one here is MRK. It actually has been performing pretty decently on Fridays. What I'm really looking at here is a break of consolidation here, potentially. This will be more of the secondary variety. This won't be in the primary plays that I'm looking at for tomorrow. But I am looking at the Chicago setup to kind of push up out of this chop area. We've just been sitting on this point of control. So I'm looking to see if we can get some buy-in to push us up here above this break level of $86.79. And then that would also give us continuation on the day here above 87.42. But again, this is not one of my primary plays. This is just a secondary play that I've been looking at and just been watching consolidation here over the last few weeks. And so we may get an opportunity here tomorrow. So just kind of keeping that on watch. Another one in the healthcare sector I want to talk about here really quickly is AZN, AstraZeneca. This one here has been selling off crazy over the last few weeks. Looks like the selling slowed down. And again, this is my screen. So it looks like the selling slowed down. So we are looking for, well, we've been in a little consolidation. So we're looking for a potential push up here. The last few days, we've had some buyers showing up. So we're looking at a Chicago here on the 4-hour above this quarterly broadening formation at 54.95. That entry point is above or on top of that broadening formation. So at that point, we'd be looking to go take out this level to the left, which is 55.43. And then we'd be in the gap to potentially fill that gap at 55.99. So that's the trade idea, essentially what we're looking at here on AZN. So we'll see what occurs there. If we get bullish, action on SPY tomorrow, then this could be one along with MRK that could move tomorrow. So moving on, let's get into materials. First one I want to look at is U.S. Steel. Right here on U.S. Steel, ticker X. Similar deal. We've been selling off for a little while and been consolidating here for the last 4 days or so, 4 or 5 days. So we're looking at potentially reversing here off these weekly level broadening formations. We are in a buy range for X, so it is a range where buyers could show up at any time. So we are looking for an entry here on the 4-hour to give us a 212 to the upside above $18.56. And again, these upside moves we're not anticipating huge moves here, but we are anticipating we may get corrective activity back to the upside. And so there lies the opportunities. And so we're looking at that entry back to the upside on the 4-hour, and then also on the day, we've got a Chicago set up here, looking at a 312 above $18.65. So we've got trigger points that are relatively close in price, and we are in a buy range on this ticker. So we could see a situation where this one decides to move tomorrow. So just keep that one on watch. If SPY moves up tomorrow, this will be one that you should keep on watch. The contracts pay out very well on 0 days. So just be watching that one. The next one here is AA, better known in the group as the African Americans. But you got to say it in your Donald Trump voice. So a couple things we're looking at here on AA. First off, we got the Chicago set up here on the 4-hour. We've been hearing about a lot of those today, but a Chicago 312 to the upside here. We're looking at an entry above 35.47. We did have price push up to go test that broadening formation. We came back to the point of control, and buyers showed up again, and we're just holding this level. So it looks like we may go potentially try to retest that level. So if we do that, we do have an opportunity to take advantage of that move up. So that's what we'll be looking at. on the African Americans tomorrow. I will say that also CLF is another one to keep in mind. But those are the trifecta in the XME materials area. But I think I like X the best out of the materials right now. So now moving on, I do have one tech stock that I'm looking at potentially to the upside, and that's Visa. I think this one here is showing a little bit more strength than its sector counterparts. And so I've just been kind of watching this one to see what it can do. If we do get a bullish move on SPY, this could be one that you could take advantage of. I'm not looking for a huge move, just a short move to the upside, nothing too ambitious. I am not hugely confident in SPY or the tech sector going up for tomorrow. So I just, want to prepare yourself. The setup is available. And so if we do get the move on SPY up tomorrow, then we are prepared to take advantage of it. So that is Visa 212 to the upside above 180.52 on the 4-hour. All right, so now let's get into a couple downside setups here. First one I want to look at is Meta. So on Meta, we're looking at an inside day. We had a 2 up yesterday, which pushed up pretty good, up to about the 142 range. And then today we opened up inside and just kind of pushed down to go back into continuity. And as you can see, this thing has been pushing down pretty strongly over the last few weeks or so. So the idea here is that we had some corrective activity on Wednesday, and we are going to take this 212 back to the downside. So we are looking at this entry here below 135.20 on Meta, which would then put us, we're already in continuity to the downside. So we just be looking to kind of get on a moving train, essentially. So Meta to the downside, very, very straightforward setup there. And let's hop over into Staples and check out Kroger. So looking at Kroger here, we got a couple different setups that I'm looking at in potential entries. I am looking downside on this one just to clarify. So I am looking at this reversal or this rejection off of the monthly broadening formation. What was this? Wednesday. And then we had the 2 down Thursday and the inside day today. And so I am looking for this one to continue pushing down off that rejection. And so I'm looking at a 212 on the 4-hour here below 44.54. And then also, if you were to move over to the daily time frame, you had double outside days. And so on Wednesday's outside day was a 3 up. We had a shooter inside day today, essentially. So we are looking for this completion of the 312 to the downside on the day below $44.52. And you got a first target of 43.81 on that trade. And so that pretty much is like a textbook strat setup right there, reversal off of broader formation, ready to pull back down and reverse back into continuity. There's not much else you can say to that. That's just textbook strat right there. And and with that concludes my watch list for Friday, September the 30th. There's some good opportunities. If SPY does decide to move to the upside, then we are prepared to take advantage of that. But we are in a lot of downside moves already, so we're just ready to kind of take advantage whichever the way the market goes. So with that being said, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Y'all stay sharp. Let's execute. Peace.